It is I, Hellgear, and today for Snoopy's Town Tale, I want to discuss a very important issue to everyone, especially if you are just starting the game or if you've been playing for years now. So, leave your comments in the comment section below. It's time to discuss a pressing matter that the development team, you're going to have to fix this and quick. But enough about that. Let's talk about this. There are many pressing issues when it comes to Snoopy's Town Tale, but one of the more pressing issues outside of currency, and we'll leave currency for another time, but I want to talk about land. That's right, land. Now, your towns will vary about what land is and is not available, but I'm going to go through the various shadowy area spots of land that I have yet to open up. Now, some of you are wondering, well, what's the importance of land? Well, when we have events and things like that, one of the things that happens is we have to place decor. And the problem with placing decor is you need space to put it in. Hence, this is where land comes in. Now, many players have mentioned this, and land isn't cheap. Let's be real, land isn't cheap. So, to give everybody a good sense of why this is an issue, I'm going to go through these various areas. We'll start with this one right here. Now, early on in the game, opening up land required a couple of things. One, a specific craftable item. Two, a certain amount of currency. And three, about a couple hours to maybe a day max. Now, when you get something like this, however, how it is a lot of Beagle Bucks, things start to come into perspective on this costs too much. And players agree. A lot of the land costs too much. Now, as far as these globes are concerned, you can get the globes in a couple of places. At one time, there was an offer where you can get a globe, but the theme park episode of the town has a crafting station where you can craft these various globes. You can also get globes by clearing out these orders. If you match all three of your orders, you'll get a globe of a various kind. Now, as I have said before, Beagle Bucks are not easy to accrue. But when you have places that cost a lot of Beagle Bucks and you're spending years of your time, we'll look at this one. To accrue this stuff, believe me, it adds up. Now, you might luck out and you'll get something that doesn't hurt as much, like this piece of land right here that's only 350,000, but you got to wait a day. Stacking up 350,000 chips may not be too hard. So let's go at this piece of land right here. How about this piece of land? What's this cost? This costs 1,300 Beagle Bucks. A lot of the land hurts when it comes to buying things. How many of you can say you have 775,000 chips on hand? And most importantly, how many of you are willing to wait 3 days just to open up one piece of real estate? When an event happens and you have roughly 3 weeks to go through this, having a spot to open up land is going to be crucial to place decor. And if you don't have the space to put this decor, it becomes a problem. Now, these little spaces that say wait for future stuff, hopefully when the future comes in, land won't cost as much. But the big question in the room is this: how do we make it so that land becomes more affordable? Well, one way we can say land becomes more affordable is by looking with the currency. But again, I'm not going to get into hitting up the currency in this episode. Many times, and here's a good example of one that costs a lot of Beagle Bucks, right? Right. One of the things I often see on the Snoopy's Town Tale social media page are contests. Contests where you'll get 100 Beagle Bucks or an outfit or something like that. Why don't we get a contest? Look at that. Almost 1,000,000 chips for this. Wow. That's a lot of coin. And you have to wait 5 days for this to open up, too. How about giving us a contest where opening up one of these pieces of expensive real estate doesn't hurt as much? Yeah, I said it, and I'll say it one more time. How about giving us a contest where opening up one of these pieces of real estate doesn't cost so much? Now, I know many players who've been playing this for years, and stacking up 1,400 Beagle Bucks is almost impossible because there's a lot to do. And the Beagle Buck spawns only give you one a day. So you really have to luck out on getting the green. One of the ways to get Beagle Bucks is, again, completing orders. But when you have land that costs, I already tapped on those. When you have land that it costs a lot or it takes too long to work on, it becomes an issue when you have to place decor in a timely manner. Also, there are contests where the social media page wants to see our town. Well, it would be nice to be able to put all the decor in town. So let's see how much this one costs. Now, there's one super duper expensive piece of land that I'm probably coming up to, and I'm dreading every day about this particular piece of land. This one, let's see how much this is. Okay, I can actually get that. That's kind of high on the chips. But accruing chips is easier than accruing the Beagle Bucks. You know, a lot of people can look at 300,000 Snoop or 300,000 Woodstock chips, pick that up easy. So let's say for example, Snoopy's Town Tales Facebook page busts out with a Facebook contest showing us a particular theme. And the prize is 1,200 Beagle Bucks. Okay? Say it's 1,200 Beagle Bucks. Now, you could spend that 1,200 Beagle Bucks however you want. But if it were me and I win a contest where I'm going to be getting 1,200 Beagle Bucks, I'm going to find a way to put it to one of these expensive pieces of land. You know, like this one. If I was to win 1,200 Beagle Bucks, I'd look at one of these very expensive plots of land that, like this one with 1,500 Beagle Bucks, and be like, you know what? I'm going to use that to open up one of these pieces of land. The same thing could be said about opening up and giving us a lot of chips. Say, for example, we had a contest where the winners could get 350,000 Woodstock coins. That way, you can use that 350,000 Woodstock coins to open up more expensive pieces of land. We're on this piece right here. You know, it would behoove players to be able to afford land. But when you can't afford putting out the space for the real estate, you're kind of cramming decor into your town, and that's not a healthy thing. You know, $1,650, I don't even have that. So hopefully when we get to these future update areas, land, please don't make it cost too much. Because believe me when I tell you this, players do not want to spend super high amounts opening up one plot of land. You know? And then you have the cheaper pieces of land that are out of the way. Ooh boy, where's that super high expensive piece? This one right here. This right here. 1950 Beagle Bucks for this. I am dreading every day I play this game to have to stack up 1950 Beagle Bucks just to open up this piece of land. It's gonna suck because I'll be back to zero and then I gotta stack all over again to open up another piece of land that costs 1,550 or 1,600 or 1,200, you know? When you stack up your chips, it's like, okay, I've bought this 400,000 coin piece of land, and there's this 900,000 coin piece of land that I have to build and wait a couple of days for. Here's another one. This is 1900, 1950. These two pieces of land right here, this looks like the most expensive real estate right here. Just these two plots. And it's like, how am I going to stack up the Beagle Bucks just to get this stuff? Well, Helger, you can always go to the in-app purchases and make the Let's try that again. Let's really try that again. All right, let's say you don't have any Beagle Bucks, all right? You mean to tell me that I'm supposed to spend 50 bucks just to get one area? Or even better, with these 1900, let's look at the price again. 1950. That means I have to spend 50 bucks, 60 bucks. That's how much 1950 is. So you're essentially telling me that in order to, we'll just use the whole in-app purchases thing, I'm supposed to spend, what is it? These two right here. I'm supposed to spend $60 in in-app purchases to open up this land right here. This land, $60 to open that piece of land. $60 to open this piece of land. This is $1,800. So, how much money in in-app purchases is $1,800? Well, let's see. That's $50 there. That's 55 bucks. So, that's what? 55 bucks right there for that piece of land? You really expect players to come out $55 just to open up one piece of land? Let me be frank. Sip my water real quick. I don't like to spend 20 bucks at most when it comes to this sort of thing. All right, I'm going to be real with you. I actually have a face cam feature. Amazing. I did not know that. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not paying $55 in in-app purchases just to open up one plot of land, only to have to spend another 60 bucks to open up one other piece of land and another 60 bucks just to open up a third piece of land, because these are the most expensive plots on the market. And I look at this at the 10-year-old kid who's playing Snoopy's Town Tale, because there are a lot of 10-year-old kids who are playing this, and they look at this at an internet purchase. Do you expect a 10-year-old kid to go to his mom and say, "Hey, Mom, can I have $60 so I can open up this one space of land in my video game that I'm playing on my mobile device?" What do you think Mommy and Daddy are going to say about that one? Hopefully, in the next update, and when I say next update, I'm not talking about the upcoming event for August. I'm talking about September 2021 onward. Something has to be addressed with these expensive plots of land. Prices have to come down. You know, it's not something that's negotiable at this point. Prices have to come down, because I'm going to be real. I'm not paying $120 for these two plots of land. You can forget it. And I know this is one of those things where we're supposed to be nice. I'm being real. If anyone on the Pixar development team expects me to pay $120 in in-app purchases for these two plots of land, I'd like to know exactly who you are. Seriously, I would like to know exactly who you are, which one of you said that, so we can have a nice sit down and talk about why I have to come out $120 just for two pieces of land that take 2 hours for the Beagle Scouts to procure in my town. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. But for now, I take my goose from the oven because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.